There we go. There we go.
Hey, the future in great health today, every day, responsible self. We're the fighters, the fighters, we're fighting for a health.
That's
The
it.
future in great health today, every day, responsible self. We're the fighters, we're fighting for a health. The future in great health today, every day, responsible self. We're the fighters, we're fighting for a health.
Well, good morning and welcome to WMPR 90.1. You are listening to the number one show on the radio. Welcome to My Help, My Mississippi, right here live on WMPR 90.1, providing you with some helpful information you can grab on the run. The number one station in the nation that's providing you with this helpful information. And we're here because we know that we can be better and do better with our health. You know what? Because it's a fight.
It's fun.
And we are fighting for our health. You know why we're fighting for our health? Because our health is worth fighting for.
For sure.
And let me just say this off the bat, like I always say, I want to make it real clear, high blood pressure, hypertension is not mandatory.
Not mandatory.
Action is required. Type 2 diabetes is not mandatory.
Not mandatory.
But action is required. And high cholesterol, not mandatory. Action is required. And I am so excited always to have the plant-based BAWSE in the house with me today. Regina, go ahead and reintroduce to yourself to some, and let people know who you are, BAWSE.
BAWSE, good morning, Jackson, Mississippi, and all of our surrounding areas and across the nation, because we are the number one show on the radio in the nation. So I pull up. I am so thankful to be here with Uncle Charles. I am Regina Lacking. I'm an LCSW, licensed certified social worker. And so I'm the plant-based BAWSE. What does that mean? BAWSE means becoming a well soul every day. I pull up as a plant-based authoritarian and basically saying that I want you to move from where you are to where you need to be. You don't have to do it alone. And so as a plant-based health coach, I provide education and training, and I walk alongside you so that there's a gap between what you know to do and what you do. And my aim and my charge is to let you know that you don't have to do that work alone. I will walk alongside you in a cohort style where you have accountability, you have the support that you need, and you have factual information. Because what we don't want you to keep doing is running over there to TikTok, getting this 5-day, 3-day situation, and then it does not change your condition. So our goal is to help you to put your condition and your precondition in remission. Briefly, one thing about me, I was borderline high cholesterol. And so when I got that news, I had some decisions to make immediately. I weighed 30 pounds more than what I weigh right now. Wow. And so I lost the weight, been able to keep the weight off. That's because action is required.
Yes.
And although I had a predisposition to a number of things, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and high cholesterol because of my family's history, I decided that I would recover what culture told me was not recoverable.
Right, yeah.
They told me it was not recoverable based on what my family was experiencing. My grandmother was on dialysis, so I looked at that as, she's on dialysis. She did not recover from that.
Right.
My grandfather had a heart attack, so he did not recover from that. My father had a heart attack. He did not recover from that. My 33-year-old brother had a massive heart attack. He did not recover from that. So then when it comes to me and anybody else, when you look at that trajectory, people did not recover in my family.
Right.
So I decided that as the plant-based BAWSE, how am I going to become a well soul every day? Action is required. I have to make a decision every single day to fight for my health. And when you're talking about being a fighter and pulling up every single day to make decisions, I just shared with you that I was at the hospital with my nephew yesterday. I was at the hospital yesterday. Cafeteria food, I had a kale salad, and I had a hummus and veggie sandwich at the hospital.
Mhm.
I didn't go over there to the sidebar to get them fries because they were an option. They were an option.
Yeah.
And so when you look around to be intentional, I am at the hospital and I am without excuse. And so when I think about this work to show up and to fight, I brand that BAWSE, BAWS. We have a choice, just like to fight for our health, future in great health, today, every day. We are the fighters. There is no way that we can change our outcomes, that we can change anything without me deciding to take responsibility for my health. I had a choice.
Right.
When she called me, I remember like it was yesterday when I got the phone call. I was at work in HR's office handling some stuff because I was a leader, a supervisor. And when I got the phone call, I said, I have to take this call. When your doctor call, you're going to take that call. So I took that call and she said, Regina, I got your lab results back. And this is what they say. I was flabbergasted. You want to know why I was flabbergasted?
Why is that?
I was flabbergasted because I was a runner. I was training for a half marathon.
You own it.
I was eating healthy, so I thought. I was a pescatarian, so I was eating healthy, so I thought. And at that time, I weighed less than 140 pounds.
Wow.
So it wasn't like I was overweight. It wasn't like I was inactive.
Right.
Those were just some other things going on that my eating was not as clean as it could have been. And so I had to immediately make some changes. And I did what I knew to do. I ran over there and got me some oatmeal and stopped eating mayonnaise.
That's what you need to do.
And then I started adding to the list of things to replace. And so, y'all, all I'm saying is I had a choice. And when we're talking about recovering your health, recovering the recoverable, at first, that situation didn't look like it was recoverable.
Right.
It appeared that I would go down that same pathway. And when I got that phone call, I said, borderline, I will not cross the line. And I've been fighting ever since then.
So it seemed like you was going to be like mom and them, right?
Right.
Like a lot of us accept. And the fact that we don't know that it's recoverable and preventable. We just accept it. And it has become so normalized now. To be sick with high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol. It's almost like this is what we need. So fighters and BAWSE. BAWSE becoming a well sold every day. I love it. The fighters is, future in great health today, every day, responsible self. Yes. So the fighters and BAWSE is coming together. And the title of this show, Nisi, is The Fighters and BAWSE for Great Health.
For great health.
Because you know what? We got to show folk because that there's a different way.
There is.
My mom, kidney dialysis, died at 58, no recovery. Dad, 41, died with liver disease, no recovery. Sister, 54, died. Sister, 52, died. So we both come from that lineage that, we could accept that.
You could.
If you don't have a fighter's mentality, you just say, okay, well, my mama had it, daddy had it, everybody had it.
It's in our DNA.
It's in our DNA.
That's the thing. It runs where? In my family. Yes. It runs in our family. And so guess what? I'm next. No.
Doesn't have to be that way. So we put our heads together. And boom. And we decided, how can we do this better?
Yeah.
And so the becoming a well soul every day.
Yes.
And the future in great health today, every day, responsible self got together and said, we got to team up. And we got to go around Mississippi. Yeah. Okay. And here's why we have to go around Mississippi now, guys.
Yes. Listen to the truth. These are facts.
Yes. So there's roughly 1 out of 2 adults in Mississippi with high blood pressure. Okay, so if there is 2 people in the room, one of y'all been treated for high blood pressure. That's crazy.
And the anomaly is that's not us because we make decisions.
Yes, it's right.
But
it's right.
in a room of people,
Mhm.
1 and 2.
Right.
Look
One
to the
and
left,
two.
look to the right.
Right. Isn't that
Somebody-
amazing? That is absolute. That to me is crazy.
Yes.
And when it comes to type 2 diabetes in Mississippi now,
Mhm.
because this is a nationwide problem, in Mississippi,
Mhm.
1 out of 7 people,
Mhm.
1 out of 7
Yeah.
type 2 diabetes
Yes.
in Mississippi. There's only, I mean, that's over 400,000 people in Mississippi out of 2 million plus. So we're talking, that's crazy when you think about those statistics like that. Okay. High cholesterol. Was over 400,000 and then 700,000 people in Mississippi. 700,000. We're talking about 400,000 people in Mississippi with type 2 diabetes. 700,000 with high cholesterol. See, this is my problem. And then I'm going to tell you, go back to why we're teaming up. But this is the reason. Why do you have a heart attack? Why do you have a stroke? When 700,000 people are being told that you are in line to have a heart attack because that's what high cholesterol is letting you know.
It's
Okay,
a sign.
it's a sign. Okay, that you are on your way to having a stroke or a heart attack because your arteries, right, are being clogged daily. And how do you clog them daily? With a lot of fatty food, greasy food, oily food. Okay, so we decided that if we had more food education, we'll be on less medication. And so we are about to educate because the boss and the fighters are going to be, get that food for life.
Sir.
We are food for lifer. She is in class to become a food for lifer. She's enjoying herself with those classes. Tell me, how's it going? How excited are you? What is it being like?
Super excited. I did a whole video, okay? I should have went live. But Food for Life instructor, when we're talking about factual information, not something that you just grabbing offline and Googling everything and going over here for the next trending thing. You know, Food for Life, what most grabbed my attention. One, you, when I learned about it. But then, 2, the program, the content, and the information has been developed by doctors, nurse practitioners, you know, nutritionists and nurses, people who are doing actual studies where it has been proven that what we're teaching is the answer. So when you're taking a test, y'all want y'all kids to get these high scores and you want them to be A students. We want you to be an A student when it comes to your health. And so I am super excited. I can't wait. Reversing type 2 diabetes. You know, and power food. So I am ready to dive into it. I'm in a cohort of about 50 around the state, around the nation. And so, Uncle Charles, it is just a pleasure to be the first female in the state of Mississippi to be a Food for Lifer, and the second person. You're the only other person who's an instructor. And our goal is to remind us that food is medicine. You have a choice, and it's not complicated. This eating can be fun. It is fun. It's not boring. It is not something that you don't want. We just take these swaps. Because ultimately, what fascinated me the other day when we was on a call with Dr. Barnard, when he said
he's the author of these 2 books you have here, Dr. Barnard.
Dr. Barnard.
You on the phone call with Dr. Barnard?
Yes. We were on a call with Dr. Barnard, and he made a statement. He said the greatest risk to your health is your diet.
That's it.
The greatest risk to your health is your diet.
That's why we're teaming up.
That's why we're teaming up, because every study, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and even some cancers are directly related to what we put in our mouth.
No question.
And so, in order to prevent or mitigate, you can change the pathway. You can reverse. It's not too late.
Type 2 diabetes is
Type
reversible.
2 diabetes is reversible. Here is this. If you taking notes, if it's preventable, then it's reversible.
Yes, it is.
And so that's why we're tag teaming, because the state of Mississippi is in need, and we're not just going to be on the radio. We take them to the streets. Uncle Charles be everywhere. And he needs some help, okay? Got wheels, will travel.
And the boss is in the house
And
now,
we in the
willing
house.
to travel, and we are going to bring the education. Listen, guys, this is not fiction. It's backed by science.
Backed by science.
That's why these books and things that Dr. Barnard has written, that she has. So she studied. She's going through these books, and I've read every last one of them. But I'm just saying, these are facts.
These are facts.
Not fiction.
You don't. You're not Googling this.
No.
You're not AI-ing this.
No.
This is information, and we really want to not just educate. We want to arm you.
And so what we're going to be teaching you, and when you hear about these classes and you hear about us and you start studying for yourself, know food is medicine.
Food is medicine.
And that what you have, you don't have to die with it. It doesn't have to kill you, okay? But you can't keep doing the same thing over and over. You have to make some decisions, right? And so Nisa's going to be out in the community. Show that apron again.
Hey,
Food
we're
for Life
so
instructor.
excited. I'm a Food for Life instructor.
Okay.
I am coming to a town near you. Want to be booked and busy. Organizations, churches, community groups. This is how we do it. We do it in community. You cannot walk this journey alone because you'll feel in your head it's too much.
Yes, right.
It's overwhelming.
Right.
And people tend to give up because they feel like it's too much, it's overwhelming. And this is the other thing. Well, people in my household don't eat like that. One person at a time. And so for you, that one person that's saying, I want to be the difference maker, I want to break this chain on my health, then you'll have us. You know, if the people in your household are not ready, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't even make that horse thirsty. Forget about making them drink. So, as one of the NFL football coaches would say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yes.
You have a choice. And people may not be ready to make that choice, but if you're the only one in your household, you will not have to walk alone.
Right.
You will not. You will see us somewhere with the recipes that can change your life, that can change your health markers. And we're not talking to you about what we heard. I'm not just saying my grandmother had. I am telling you that I was borderline high cholesterol. You go on my feed, you look at me, girl, you look good. That takes work every day.
Yes. Becoming well so every day.
It takes work every single day. Your girl turned 50 last Wednesday. I know I don't look 50. That was the compliment that I got so much. Like, you 50, where you don't look 50. Honey, it's the plants and the water.
So we were talking about earlier, and you've answered this question. I was going to ask you, what inspired you to be a plant-based? Because you had some issues yourself.
I had some issues.
You didn't want to cross that line.
Yes, yep.
And you answered the other question, how has plant-based eating impacted your own life? You're 50 and look.
Listen, and I tell people like 50 is not the new 30. I am proud to be 50. I'm 50 and I can flex, okay? You know, because movement is medicine and our food is medicine. But what inspired me to become a Food for Life instructor is that then I don't have to do all this extra research because they give it to us.
For you,
They do all the research for me. So
amazing.
Now, yes, I can get in the community more.
Yes.
I am so excited to partner and really get out in the community. You know, doing one-on-one coaching is fine. I've done that for several years. But it is the masses. It is the impact. It is going to meet the people where they are.
And it's because, you know, and that's the reason that people ask me all the time, well, why don't you just cook for people? Do you do? my mission is to reach as many people. You heard those numbers that we were
Mhm,
talking about,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
Those are not magic. That's math, right?
mhm.
And so uh, what that means is we got to get out there and see as many people as possible.
Mhm.
We can't just allow us ourselves to be, and that's why we're teaming up. You know, one-on-one small. We
Yes,
want to
yes.
with these numbers that we're looking at, 700,000 people in
70,000.
Mississippi. With our cholesterol, 400,000, 1 out of 2 with high blood pressure,
Mhm.
and most people think that high blood pressure is mandatory,
They do.
and it has become normalized.
Mhm. We've normalized so much so that I just take you just take 4 medications, right? Like, I just, and so then you got 4 for this,
Mhm,
and then you got 2 for the side effects of that.
mhm.
And so it has been so normalized, and then unfortunately we'll compare it to the friend that takes 15.
Right.
And so when you think about it from that perspective, we have just gotten comfortable and complacent. And so we want to challenge your mindset, because that is a very big thing. You know, the people that we're around, that you hear it said, the top 5 people you're around influence you the most.
Yes.
So if everybody around you is on medication, then all you're doing is comparing, I take less than my auntie so and so.
Yeah.
But the goal is to be the best version of yourself and take the necessary steps to do that, because medication is not mandatory either.
Oh.
I think I don't know if I mentioned on the last show, and maybe I did. My mom is just celebrated her, 72nd birthday. And just in February, when she went to the doctor, she was taking off her diabetes medication. So when I tell you it's not too late for anybody, this is a 70 plus year old who's been on diabetic medication for over 15, 20 years.
Mhm.
It is not mandatory. It's the things that we start to do to change, and she made some changes. She didn't just
stop taking her medication.
She didn't just stop taking. Let me clarify that. She went to the doctor, but I've been working with her over the last year. And then
she's becoming a well soul.
She's becoming a well soul. Now we're working on that blood pressure, and it's been excellent.
See, work is required.
Action is required.
So those are personal stories.
Yeah.
How you're affecting your family.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, and this is for anybody, if you make a decision, you decide to live the life, you come to one of our classes, you pull up on this live, you get the information, and guess what? You're going back and talking to people. So every household goes back and talk to somebody. So then we're influencing the entire household. You're at a church event, you got 50 people in the room. Those 50 people are gonna go back and tell at least one person.
Absolutely.
At least one, if not 5.
It's a domino effect.
And so that's how we, touch as many lives as possible, because we truly believe food is medicine, movement is medicine. I truly believe firmly that if it's preventable, then it's reversible. And I also believe that we have a responsibility to recover the recoverable, and our health is recoverable.
Absolutely. And how do we do that? So let's just use something simple, and I want you to do this for our audience. Tell me one of your favorite healthy plant-based meals that you prepare.
My favorite.
One of your favorites.
One of my favorite.
And why is that?
And why is it? So, if tofu is my favorite, one of my favorite protein sources. Tofu, broccoli, quinoa, and my fave in that little bowl, which is very versatile, are my sweet potato cubes. And that's my favorite because tofu is so versatile. I can put it in the air fryer. I can make a sandwich with it. I can make tofu scramble and make a breakfast out of it. But that I call it a power bowl.
Yeah.
That is my power bowl, my go-to. It is my favorite because I am getting the things that I need out of my broccoli. You know, broccoli.
Get those greens in the bloodstream.
Getting those greens in the bloodstream. I want to make sure I have a slow release for my carbs so I don't run from carbs. That's going to be my quinoa, my slow release on my carbs. And then I've got to get that protein in. And so, and my sweet potato, I don't put, all this, I use cinnamon, real light on my sweet potatoes, but in that sweet potato. And so now I have an easy dish. I bulk cook that when I fix it, and then I have a meal for several days, and I'm not trying to figure out what I'm going to eat.
Now, one of those it's just been a staple in our homes, and I want people to realize this is not a bad deal, and it's so easy to do and versatile as well. You mentioned like sweet potatoes, for an example. We just wanted to give you something that you can start doing like right away. You can bake 5, 6 sweet potatoes, 7 sweet potatoes, and then now you got 3 or 4 days that you can have to eat. Okay, and it's good carbs. Right?
You don't have to run from carbs.
You don't have to run from that, right? Because again, and these are facts, okay? There's only 4 calories in every gram of carbohydrates. Only 4. But when it comes to the fat, there's 9 calories per gram. And so what we're trying to get you to do is to feel full rather than eat and feeling tired. The difference is some food will lift you, some food will bring you down. And the ones that's bringing you down is physically and mentally bringing you down because it is really causing some problems for later on. Okay, like a lot of fat. And here's some fact. When you're getting fat every day, and let's just say you're having, and I'm gonna just say this: you're having chicken one meal, hamburgers one meal, French fries, and then fried fish another meal. Okay, that's a lot of fat.
That's a lot of fat.
Now where's the fat going? Okay, it's getting into your bloodstream, and it can cause artery clog.
Artery clog. Tighten up.
Tighten up, and now when the artery clog, like what can happen? You can have a heart attack or you get stroke. So my thing is I like for people to understand how and why they're having a heart attack. Rather than, in the hospital. You mentioned it that you met somebody in the hospital and they was telling you what they had.
He had a heart attack. The guy had a heart attack and he had a stroke and he was like 66 years old. That's young.
And what gets me is, it's almost like it's a badge of honor.
Please, yes.
I had the heart attack. I had that stroke.
Yes.
And I'll see if this doc. We're expecting to call and say, okay, good morning. Whoops. Good morning. Welcome to My Help, My Mississippi. Good morning. All right. That wasn't on me. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So I like for people to understand, Nisi.
It doesn't sneak up on us.
No.
And so that's one of the things that when we're walking and running and having conversations, my husband, he's very active as well because he's fighting for his health equally as well. He had similar trajectories in terms of health-related conditions on his side of the family.
And most of us have those. And that's why we're teaming up to fight. Go ahead. Tell us about the hubby.
And so the thing about it is he constantly reminds me in a very gentle way that nothing sneaks up on us.
Yes, that's true.
And I just now I promote that statement. At first, I'm like, yeah, but no. It does not just happen. When I had borderline high cholesterol, and as I continue to fight to keep from having borderline high cholesterol and to cross the line, then it takes effort. It does not sneak up on me. So what did you eat the last 2-3 years?
Yes.
What have you been putting in your body the last 2-3 years? How much fat are you eating? Are you reading your ingredients? Are you looking at your labels? Did you file back? So even and that's the thing with whole food, plant-based versus, processed foods. And, we may talk about that, but there's a difference.
Yes.
And I understand, for me, when I first started out, I thought I was doing good. And when I got borderline high cholesterol, I'm like, wait a minute, doggone it, you know. And so what I learned was some of the foods were not 100. They were not plant. They were not whole foods.
Right.
And so when you have processed foods, there's been a process that they so the things that they were doing and the foods that I was eating was not contributing to my optimal health. Mm-hmm. So now that I have that information, so now I know all processed foods are not created equal.
Right, absolutely. There's some that we need to absolutely stay away from, mm-hmm. like your, I mean, I don't even know what's in bologna.
Bologna, hot dogs.
I don't know what they put in that stuff. It's just all the leftovers from whatever. But these are the kind of things that, you know, it's okay to have, and I'm glad you brought that point up. It's okay to have beans in a can, rinse those babies off, mm-hmm. try and get low sodium if mm-hmm. you can, whether you can have frozen, whether you can have the can, mm-hmm. or whether they are fresh. We need those nutrients need to be where?
In the body.
So we need to get them out of the can, get them out of the bag, get them out of the garden, and get it up. And we need to make sure that we're having this every day. Mm-hmm. And this is something that, and I appreciate you sharing the meal with us, but those sweet potatoes, guys, just a staple. My family grew up on those. Just don't add the butter. Just don't add all the sugar. Add your little cinnamon. Those babies are sweet enough, okay? Yes. That's just something that you can do. Now, the other thing that I want to mention, the 4 categories that Nisa and I are going to be talking about when we're in the community. There are 4 categories that you need to have. And one of them is vegetables, okay? Mm-hmm. We got to get our vegetables. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you say, well, I'm a meat and potato guy. Okay, there's certain vitamins and minerals that mm-hmm. Vegetables mm-hmm. have that you can't get no place else. Mm-hmm. So you mm-hmm. need those nutrients in your body, okay? So number 1, you got to get your vegetables. Number 2, you got to get some fruits, okay? Mm-hmm. Fruits, your berries, I'm telling you. Let me just say that if you want to fight the illnesses that you have, listen to these 4 things. And the other one is fruit. So you got to get those fruits into your system, mm-hmm. okay? And they're high in vitamin C, and vitamin C is not stored in the body. And you need vitamin C how often? Every day. So don't tell me you had some fruit last week. And the other one is grain. You want to lose the weight you gained? Eat you some grain. The Chinese, the Asian countries, what do they have a lot?
Grains.
And do they overweight? Not until they start eating hamburgers. Not until we westernize them. We send our people over there.
They got McDonald's.
Now they have the disease that we have.
Yeah.
So the grains and the last thing I want to mention is the beans and your peas, which are your legumes.
Yes.
So when you look at those 4 categories and you make a decision, and it's okay to plan for your health.
It is.
You can write down a plan. This is what I'm going to have for myself, right? To help rebalance, to help heal, to help avoid, to help prevent, to help reverse these main 3 illnesses that we think we gotta have. That's high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and high cholesterol. Yep. These are the foods that we have.
All those 3. If you're battling today, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, or high cholesterol, like just based on what Uncle Charles just mentioned, those 4 groups, your fruits, your vegetables, your grains, and your legumes, your beans, swap out.
Yeah.
If you're in a health crisis and you're on medications or you're borderline, if you're in a health crisis today you can make a decision. Mm-hmm. Take action. BMI. Let them know what BMI stands for. Be more intentional. That's the new BMI. In order for us to take control of our health, we've got to be more intentional. If you're in a health crisis right now, you can go back to the doctor in 3 months and they be amazed at your numbers if you start today. Like not tomorrow, like you can make one food decision today.
Yes.
You can swap out one thing today. When I tell you about those berries, like a handful of berries, blueberries, oh my gosh, every day.
Every day.
They can be fresh or frozen. Just a small, a handful of berries every day.
Froze or fresh.
Froze or
Go
fresh.
Get it. Yes.
Go get it. And so high blood pressure is not mandatory. Type 2 diabetes is not mandatory. High cholesterol is not mandatory. And obesity is not mandatory. But action is required. And that is our invitation. Like, seriously. Like, I pull up every week showing on, on my live, and I'm sharing very similar information because I just believe somebody gonna get it. We don't stop. We just don't stop. Somebody's gonna get it, and their life is gonna be changed.
Yes.
Their life is gonna be changed.
Yes.
And so when their life is changed, their families start to look, what are you doing? People start asking, what are you doing? How do you? And then bit by bit, person by person, you start to influence people who are just looking at you and asking you questions. So when you take the step, you give other people permission. If all you've known is all you've known, then it's all you know. So when you pull up with us at our live cooking classes, as well as when we're on our social media platforms, we're sharing with you to give you more information that is going to arm you to make different decisions that is going to impact your life. It's life changing.
Because if you have more health information, more food education, you'll be on less medication. More healthy food information can help reverse your medication.
And that's our goal.
That's it.
That's our goal.
That is it. And I know we're trying to empower people, and it's the fighters, and I know it's the BAWSE purpose is to empower you to view food as medicine. Okay.
And it's in you. You have a thought in you that you want to do different.
Yes.
And here's the thing that people say, and I agree with you. People say that it's hard. I agree that it is hard. I'm in places all the time and people ask me, that don't tempt you, that don't, you don't want that. I like sweets just like the next person.
Absolutely.
And so, but there are certain things that I will and will not do. But let me tell y'all something. Jesus ain't coming back to raise Lazarus. And so ain't nothing harder than death.
Hold that point, because that's hard.
I know it's hard.
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back. And I want you to expand on that simply because I heard somebody say something like that last week.
Okay.
We think the wrong thing is hard. We think living is hard. Hello? Marcus, let's take a break. We'll be right back. We're talking to the BAWSE right here on WMPI 90.1. BAWSE is in the house with us. We'll be right back on the other side.
The gentleman called and said that Dr. is supposed to be waiting on a phone call for, so I can reschedule. Okay.
We're fighters fighting for the future in great health.
The future in great health. Come on, BAWSE.
Today,
right.
Every day, responsible self.
Hey guys, we're the fighters. Listen, and we got the BAWSE in the house.
Hey,
We got the fighters in the house.
we are tag
teaming up, and we're coming for you.
We are coming for you.
You know
We're
why?
coming
because
to.
your health is worth us fighting.
It's worth us fighting
We
for.
want to help you with it. So this part of the show, we're gonna do Who Am I? But I do want you to finish your point
Okay.
first about that you continue, and I'll pick up. So go ahead.
So I have been told that this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Changing my life is hard. And I tell everybody, I agree with you. I don't disagree that if you've been eating fatbacks, pig feet, pork chops, fried chicken, steak and potatoes, slathered down with your favorite grandmama sauce and that macaroni and cheese that you dare not share that recipe with. I understand that that's hard. And I also understand that when you go to the medical provider, they're going to ask you a couple of things. They're going to ask you about your family history, and they're going to ask you about your food intake, your fruits, your vegetables, and things that you're doing. And so they're at that point, they're asking you these questions because they're asking you hard questions, right? And so when people tell me that it's hard, I get a soft heart, and I'm like, that is true, because it was not easy for me to make these decisions. But this is what I also know is true. We can do hard things. So we can do hard things because nothing, like literally and figuratively, there is nothing harder than death.
Yeah.
And I don't say that in an ill or a mean way. I say that in a way to recognize, as long as you're still here on this side of the dirt, you have an opportunity to do this hard thing that's going to change, not just this year, it's going to change and impact your health for the next 15 and 20 years. Right. And so I don't eat like this for today. I don't eat like this for aesthetics, although I do look good at 50. But I look like I live this life, and I'm very intentional because my grandmother passed before she was 64 years old. Okay. And so I decided, an intentional decision. People have called me all kinds of names throughout my years because of the decisions I made when I graduated and started to buy my own food. And so when I became responsible for my health, then it became a journey. And so what I recognized was, yes, I could not get my grandmother back. She wasn't coming back.
Right.
Could not get my grandfather back. He did not recover from that heart attack. Even though he lived to be 92 years old, you know, he did not recover from that. But he was on blood pressure medications.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be on medication for 40 and 50 years either. And so when I say that nothing is harder than death, the best thing that you can do, one of the best things that you can do for yourself right now today, is to take responsibility for your health and decide that I'm going to recover the recoverable, and my health is recoverable.
Because, and again, too, it's the quality of life that we also want you all to have too, guys. I don't care if you live to be 100, you don't want to be bedridden. Hello? We want to make sure you're doing something. And here is, so that's why I use every week. We have who am I? So this part of who am I, this particular food, and all you have to do is to incorporate some of these things, okay, that we talk about. Like last week, we were talking about pears and all these things. And so this week, we're going to be talking about, okay, you guess, all right? But here's the health benefits of it, right? It supports your heart health. So listen, I'm talking about a food now. This is what I'm saying, how food is medicine. And the reason I love this part of the show is because it's indicating how food works in the body. So my point is, I need you to start getting it into your system. It can't work outside of your system. It can't work in the store for you. You can't work you just looking at it. You got to get it and put it in your system. Okay, so here's what this one will do. It supports your heart health. It's rich in healthy fat. See, there's some healthy fat. It's high in fiber. You heard me say fiber is to the body is like Drano is to a stopped up sink. Okay. Oh, it helps support healthy digestion. Come on now. You don't need to be stopped up. It contains potassium. It supports healthy skin. Look at the BAWSE lady skin here, okay? It helps lower bad cholesterol. This is food. It helps keep you full longer. It contains important vitamins and minerals. I don't care who you are. Your body was designed to live off healthy minerals and vitamins, okay? And it's a great addition to a healthy plant-based lifestyle. If you're trying to go plant-based, this is one of the great foods. So here is some tips that will help you. It's green on the inside. And we got to make sure people put it in the chat. See who it is. It grows on trees. I am full of healthy fat.
I see ya.
Oh, good. Man, that was quick. Somebody jumped on that one, didn't they? It contains fiber. It contains fiber to help with your digestion system. That's what we said. It's rich in potassium. It helps keep you feeling full longer. I'm great in salad, sandwich, and dip. Now, here's a dead giveaway. Everybody ought to get this one. Many people mash me to make guacamole. That's the dead giveaway there. So you are right. I'm pretty sure is
Lundra Hunter.
Okay.
Yes.
You can see that. You're right.
Yes.
I am avocado, baby.
Ooh. Avocado, one of my favorite. That is a staple.
It is.
Now, avocado, and that's a good fat.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you're eating your portion size too,
Sure.
because I find I get in trouble. I can get in trouble with avocado.
Yeah. It is. So if you're trying to lose weight, you do have to remember it does have a lot of fat. Now it's not going to cause the problem, but it won't help you lose weight. Because fat is fat.
Fat is fat. I don't care. Fat is fat. I sprinkle just me a little garlic powder on there, and that's it. I just eat an avocado like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Avocado is.
It makes a salad.
Oh, listen, let me tell you, I make what I call an avocado smash because I have so much stuff stacked on it that I gotta smash it down in order to. Them sprouts and the avocado, the lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers, and you just gotta whoop.
And you gotta be careful because sometimes it'll call for one, an ingredient call for one, and I end up putting two. So good.
Oh, it's so good.
So people don't understand, and this is okay. So, one of the myths is, what would you tell the audience? One of the myths about plant-based food that people may have, because everybody think plant-based. And again, we're not saying for you to go plant, but we just tell you what plants will do for you. Now you decide what you want to do.
We give you the information.
You gotta know the information. I just get upset when people have strokes and heart attack and don't know they have. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't want you. Listen, I just need you to know what's killing you. That's all. Is that okay? Is it okay if I'm gonna eat something? I just want to know what it's doing for me. That's why I'll have these facts. Okay. If it's offering me something, I want it. If it's not offering me something, I don't want it. But I can make those decisions because I have the fact. Now, I love good tasting food, but it has to be good for my body. If it's not good for my body, it is non-negotiable.
I was just having a conversation in regards to soul food.
Come on now.
And so we like to consider all this food that is high in fat, high in saturated fat, not just fat. And we gather around which is the worst kind of fat, which is the leading cause of cardiovascular disease in the United States and not just Mississippi. So all around the world that y'all hear that, take note of that. But I was just having a conversation about soul food, and my statement was, if it's not good for the body, then it can't be good for the soul. If it's not good for the body, it cannot be good for the soul. And so you gonna tell me, like, look, you gonna tell me that, and so I just had to argue that point that it's we can make it, because if I've seen your recipes, you can have macaroni and cheese, but you make it a different way.
People look, nobody, and here's the problem. See, nobody would just take a piece of chicken and fry it or bake it or do whatever they want with it without putting any seasoning on it. And they won't just do it. It would be the nastiest thing to them, right? That's right. So it's not really the chicken that's tasting good.
That's right.
It's the seasoning. Okay. And we're not giving up on seasoning.
That's it.
So with your herbs and your spices, that's really what brings food alive, right? Yeah. So now this myth about we having to get our proteins from meat, that's just a flat lie.
That's not
we
true
don't
at all.
have to get the cows don't even eat meat. And I'm supposed to eat them to get protein when they don't eat meat. So you can't say I gotta have meat to get protein. I just want you to know that's factual. So your beans and queens are king your protein. But now my point though is the food that you are calling good that's causing high cholesterol, because when you eat other animals, you're eating what they ate.
And if they're
sick, it's just gonna happen. And I'm not trying to convince you to not do whatever you do, but I just know my numbers are good. And I know people who do different things, their numbers are not good and they can't get rid of it. But your option is to be on medication for it, okay? But I do want to say, look, food tastes good based on what you cook it with.
That's right.
And we're not giving up any good taste.
Not the taste. We're not giving up the taste.
Oh heck no.
We're not giving it a taste. And you asked about a myth. That's the number one myth that I get. I don't know how you live. I can't live without protein. Like you don't
you have to have
protein.
protein?
You don't got no protein. Well, there are so many different sources of protein. So the whole thing is, even if, and I started out because I love tofu, but you're like, what is it? You don't even have to eat tofu. Right. We're talking about beans.
Yes.
We're talking about your legumes. We're talking about, it's so many ways that you are able to get your protein. You know, like last summer, I did a whole little series, and I broke down and I provided how many grams of proteins per meal that I get I get a day, just to demonstrate on a whole food plant-based diet. You get all of your proteins, you get your 30 grams of fiber, which you need to help to clean your system out. So how do we get these things? You plan, you plan your meal for that. But the idea that I cannot live without protein, well, I can't. I waste my muscle. I don't have muscles without protein, y'all. So animal fat can lead to kidney issues.
Yeah.
It's hard on your kidneys, and it takes 2 to 3 days to digest beef. So if you eat a steak tonight and you're gonna turn around and eat it Sunday for Mother's Day, you still got the steak from Friday night, or you still got the steak from Thursday sitting on your stomach. And so, as Uncle Charles said, animals don't even eat meat. But cut out the middleman.
Right.
You don't have to cut out the middleman. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. That is 100% up to you.
But the fact that you made, and I don't want the audience to miss what you said. You were counting your proteins and things, and you said you got 30 grams, of fiber. Do you know the average grams per day that the standard American diet offer? Okay, standard American diet. Let's say SAD. Say. So the SAD diet.
It ain't happening.
5 to 10 grams of fiber per day, and you just mentioned we should eat, and depending on what study you look at, it's going to say 30 to 40 grams of fiber per day. It helps
to cleanse your system.
And how much fiber does meat have?
Zero.
How much fiber do dairy have?
Zero.
How much fiber does egg have?
Zero.
So if you're worried about not being able to go to the bathroom, this is what's happening. You're eating food that doesn't have fiber.
It does not.
And again, fiber is to the body what Drano is to a stopped up sink. Fiber is what you need. I'm not saying
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And this is what you get when you add your meat. I mean, when you're clogging, when you add your meat, you're stopping that system from going. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, but so the boss, you're gonna have to come back. This is always good.
Yes.
We're teaming up. I do want to present the boss, guys. She because she presented me with a hat, Monica. She's a fighter. Look at that nice color. She is the original fighter.
Yes.
So she is a brand new fighter cup.
Thank
so
you.
You take that out and you fight for these people's lives.
You.
As you fight for yourself. So all the thing we're doing and what we're saying is, guys, we are fighting for our health, and we want to be an example for you because we haven't had this cohort like we and we're trying to come together and make sure that you know where the information is and that what that information will do is not fiction. It's science.
It's science. Science.
These are books that's based on science.
Reversing type 2 diabetes.
The power of food.
The power of food can affect your mood. I was just talking about
the power of the
yes.
plate can help our body feel great.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
We gotta get these plants in our system.
We gotta get these.
We gotta go get it. It's not. No, let me say it.
It's not.
Let's be close. Good health is not just gonna come run you down. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta do what?
You gotta go chase it down. You gotta go get it.
I don't have time to be unhealthy.
I don't desire.
And I refuse
to
go out without a fight.
Listen, I am going to recover the recoverable. Culture told me just from my own trajectory and what I saw in my community that it was not recoverable. But I refuse to accept that as my destination. Your predisposition does not have to be your final condition. And so if you want to put your condition and your precondition in remission, then we've got to put our eating in submission.
Yes. Listen, you said it was not easy. And that's why when I'm in the community, I always share with people. It's not easy to change how I'm eating. It's not easy.
Come on now.
To change how I'm eating, but I'm willing. If it changes how I'm feeling, my body needs healing. I'm free. Woo! I wanna change how I feel. So today I'm starting with my plant-based meal. We're the fighter, y'all.
We're the fighters.
We are the fighters, and the BAWSE, we're teaming up to help you to fight for your health. Tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Yes, make sure you pull up with me on Instagram, Regina L. Lacking, Facebook, Regina L. Lacking, YouTube, Doing Life Well with Regina, and LinkedIn. I go live every Friday, 6 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time on LinkedIn, as well as Facebook and YouTube. Head over to my website, www.reginallacking.com. That's where if you want to learn more about my speaking engagements or be a part of one of my upcoming cohorts, I have a masterclass that's coming up, and we're going to be breaking down what does it look like to recover the recoverable. I have a 4-week series that I will be starting in June on breaking down your diet, your decisions, your influences, your environment, and your thinking. So it's not just about what you eat. It's all of those other lifestyle factors that we tend to overlook. So I would love to see you pulling up in the morning every Friday, 6 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. And make sure you catch me on my socials. Thank you so much, Uncle Charles.
No, thank you for being willing to give your time and your effort to help other people understand, because you just don't want to see people being sick for no reason, dying for no reason. Up here, so we got to die of something.
No, you don't.
You don't. You know.
Matter of fact, I just want him to come take me up. Don't even. Just whoop.
And you know,
Yeah.
and for all my Christians out there, I know when you said that, you know, we know it is hard and difficult, it's not easy, but for all my Christians, you know, is there anything too hard for God? You know, don't expect Him to heal you when you're killing yourself, but when you get the information, do something with it, and you won't even. Now He can bless you, but look,
Let me say this.
Healing.
Let me say this. Faith without works still clog arteries.
I love it.
Faith without works still clogs arteries. See, like He sent the manna down, but they had to go out and get it.
That's it.
So we have a part to do. That's all
we have a part to do.
We have a part to do. That's all
Get your
we're saying.
cup, let's
Hey,
toast to it.
let's toast. We
Don't
are
worry.
so
Listen, the fighters, guys, and the BAWSE.
We're
We're coming together. We're making a difference
That's right.
in our life so that we can help others make a difference in their life. I'm a Food for Life instructor with PCRIM. She's becoming a Food for Life instructor with PCRIM. I'm telling you, this is one of the most happiest time in my life, because Mississippi now is going to have 2 Food for Life instructors.
Taking over the state.
Taking over Mississippi. Thank y'all so much. Remember, you can always reach me at Charles at My Help My Mississippi. Charles at My Help My Mississippi email, or you can just go to my website and put your information in at myhelpmymississippi.com. We are here for you, and we're gonna make it happen. Is that right?
That's right. Hey!
Marcus, can we get that theme music, my friend?
Take us out, Marcus, because we are the fighters. Yes.
I love this. I got it. Yeah.
The future is great health. Today, every day, responsible self. We're the fighters. We're fighting for our health. The future is great health. Today, every day, responsible self.